Hey guys, so I recorded this video earlier and I didn't realize my mic was off. So yeah, me being an idiot. So uh, anyways, so this is just the replay of my attempt at it. So I will give you a hint. It is better than my previous team. And the good thing about this is that it's more obtainable for everybody. As long as you have the Roshcard and Skullcrusher. They are the two that are the most important, and I don't think you can change them. Um, you can try doing the man eaters and Roshgar, but the problem is you're taking up 3 spots to do that then, and you know this one you're only taking up 2. So um, my next video, I think I'm going to try taking the slower Banshee here, the level 39 Banshee, and putting in a Cult Brawler and seeing if that makes a big difference. So, how much of a difference is it? Is it better than my Nethril team? Is it worse than my Nethril team? So you guys can kind of see what if you have the poisoners. So far, I'll tell you this, like Nethril is way worse than these two, and the reason for that is because of his AI. It's not because he's a worse character than these. It's because once you put him on auto, he will use his A2 and A3, and that doesn't do anything for poison. So there'll be turns where you have no poisons. In this comp, there was turns where you don't have you have poisons, but all the time. And the one thing that people will be asking is, well, won't both of them use their poison sensitivity? You guys will see that it actually doesn't do that. So, and I learned this by mistake when I was doing some testing when I was trying to make teams, is that I had my level 60 poison, my Banshee there. Um, uh, uh, she had the support tree, and her poison sensitivity stayed up there 3 turns, and then she got the thing where her cooldowns reset one, like went down one. So she was able to go. I saw that she was able to go again, and she didn't use it. She just hit her basic. So I was like, well, I remembered that happening. So what happens if I put 2 banshees in here? So you guys will see the second banshee will not use it unless poison sensitivity is down. And the good thing about that is that now poison sensitivity is always up. So um, that's always good. Uh, let's see if I can speed this up a little bit here. Of course not. Anyways, so what you guys will see is my basic startup. The only thing that has changed in this is that I showed in my previous video, I made my Skullcrusher have immortal gear, where he's healing every turn 3% of his health. That is not very important in this group. I guess it still is, because you could still have that same problem, but it's not the thing that is going to hold this team back. Now, the thing that's going to hold this team back, as you can see, my mouse is going around from when I was talking before, is the Banshee, my second Banshee there. She is not geared at all. She just has lifesteal gear on. And the reason for that is she's not geared properly. The only thing I worried about with her was her speed and making sure she survives. Because as you can see, she just lost like 3/4 of her health almost. Well, without lifesteal, she's going to die. So I figured instead of taking the chance of that happening, I'm going to go and put lifesteal on her, and you'll see she goes right back up to full when she starts hitting here. So, and she's never in trouble of dying or anything like that. And the better part about this is that I can almost, after the second full rotation, I can hit auto. Unlike my one with the Nethril, where Nethril gets stunned on the second rotation, this one, for whatever reason, I guess because she heals herself fully back up, she's not the target now. So Skullcrusher is always the target for the slam. So that's a good thing for everybody. I will show you, I'll go on to my account after this is done, and I will show you guys what the slower Banshee gear is, and it's very obtainable. Anybody can do it. And then what you do from there is you work on keeping the speed at where it is and adding more crit chance, crit damage, and attack. And keeping the accuracy obviously up. One of the things I want to look forward to in a future video, obviously I've told you what my next video is going to be, is I want to see if I can put like, what's this, Cupidus in here. And the reason for that is he has an attack an attack buff for everybody that for his leadership. Right now, the leadership I'm using is just more accuracy for everybody, which is actually bad because what's happening is my Skullcrusher is actually getting his block heal on there. My Roshcard's always getting his, well, he didn't there, but getting his block debuffs on there, and it's just taking up more spots that I don't want somebody to take up because those are always better for poisons. And as you guys will see here, poisons are almost always up. And the good thing with that is that uh, they're always hitting really, really hard. So, um, yeah, so right now I didn't realize it when I was making the video, but you can actually auto it at this point. And I wasn't sure because I was like, well, I'm going to do one more round just to make sure that Skullcrusher gets slammed again because I wasn't sure how this was going to work. But after the second round, I could have autoed it there. As soon as you see Skullcrusher get slammed on the second round, you're good to go. So uh, I won't take this too long. I won't show you guys all the way through it. I just wanted to see you guys the setup. So now I'm on the auto. It's all good. Um, the other thing I want to try doing too is I've been trying to plan, like seeing if we can take guys out. Everybody should get rhazin at some point here, but doesn't mean you're going to have them when you first try doing this team because you do. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember I turned off the sound. I was like, ooh, sorry about that. So what ends up happening is that, well, do you have somebody else that you can do? Sandlash Survivor, I want to see now. Can using her instead of rhazin help out the team because now I can keep up the counterattack here for one more turn. So, and both both AoEs now from the Clanboss would allow me to counterattack. So that's an idea I have. Just seeing other people use it. Another person, I could try putting Cupidus in there instead of the rhazin, but the problem with that is now I don't have a defense down, which is the bigger one out of the two, out of weekend and defense down, but I'd like to keep a defense down in there because it just adds more damage for my Roshcard, my Skullcrusher, and whoever the third is, which in this case would be my rhazin. So, because you can see my rhazin at the end here, and I will just go and skip forward to the end here. Where is it here? So, we're right before the last turn here, and you can already see I'm already over 36, and that's insane. Like, the best I did on my previous team was 35.12, and this is the best I've done with this team. I've only done it twice now. So my first attempt was 35, so obviously you can see I did 37.42. So and Skullcrusher killed it with his over 3 million, which is I think his highest I've ever seen him do, honestly. Rhazin's always around 5 to almost 6, depending on his crit chance and all that, if he crits or not, because I don't think he's at quite 100%. Roshcard's always around 2.5 to 3. So there's always room to expand, but now the thing I want you guys to look at here is that my Frozen Banshee, my lower one, level 39, did 11 mil. And there's still room to grow. I can still put better artifacts on her, or gear, whichever way you guys want to call it. And she could still get even higher than this. I could think I can push this to 40, honestly, just by putting better gear on her, getting her to 60. And because if you look here, my Banshee that's not the greatest geared is 14, almost 14.5 mil. My Nethral's best, I think, was 13.5. So this just shows you that the Banshee that was always getting between 9 and 11, if Nethral's not there and has that poison sensitivity up all the time, is now jumping almost 5 mil. And having the other Banshee in there almost makes it the same as what Nethral was in there before. So for this team concept, guys, if you can get 2 Frozen Banshees, they're better than if you have a Nethral. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So we'll switch over to my to BlueStacks here. And now, just a second here. Sorry about that. Capture BlueStacks. No, of course, it's not going to do it. All right, we'll just do it on the big one. You guys can see here my 2 runs, both with this. I'm well over my 2 keys to do Ultra Nightmare. Now I'll show you guys the gear for my Banshee. Um, where is she here? There's champions. Okay, and here she is, level 39. The masteries aren't even done. Or, no, sorry. Masteries aren't even done, as you guys can see here. I just went and got the War Master. That's all I cared about. And in reality, the only other thing I might be getting is this. I think just to extend the debuffs that I cast. And I don't know if I should, but I'm going to try it and see, because I can always reset it if it messes things up. And the reason why I think it might mess things up is that it might keep things on there longer. And I guess in the end it's the same, but you know, I just want to play with it and see. Uh, you don't need any more chances to do debuff, so the other thing I'll try to do is this, and that'll increase her damage more. So her artifacts are this, like she only has 24k health, like really low, like nothing. 1800 attack, oh 1900 attack. 191 speed, which, like I said, was the only thing I went for. I just tried to get her as much crit as I could during this thing. Crit damage, whatever I could get on there, great. And then accuracy. So very attainable. I don't think the gear is like outstanding. Um, some of the things you do need, like, you know, I obviously have a 6-piece set of boots, 6-star, I mean, 45 speed. You guys do what you guys can do with that. Level 8 shield. I just never upgraded it any further. There's no need right now. I just put an attack chest piece on her. You guys might even have better ones. Honestly, I sold all mine being an idiot with artifacts. I didn't think I needed attack. So things to learn, like gloves are just crit chance. I mean, I'd love to have crit damage on there, and then this way I can try to get more crit chance on all the pieces here. Um, Now, this is where you guys may be like, well, he's 15 speed. Well, yeah, remember though, the attack chest has no speed, so this is something where you guys can make up for it somewhere else. Same with here, this is a 9 speed. So very obtainable, I think, for you guys. Just even basic player who is at the point where you're hitting Ultra Nightmare. My next guy I'm going to not level up because he's already there, is a Cult Brawler. Now, I do have to change his gear around a bit. He doesn't need lifesteal at this point. He might, I don't know. See, the thing is that he's putting poisons on himself, and who knows how his life is, right? So he's going to have a way of gaining his health back, so I'm not quite sure yet. But he'll be somebody. Sandlash Survivor is another person I'm thinking of putting in there. Cubitus is, where is he? Right here. I finished his masteries off, so just trying to see how he was doing. I did a run with him earlier. He did about 7 mil, which is okay, but he can take over a rhazin, but does he still do his 7 mil, or does he drop everybody else's damage up and they equal out to be the same? I don't know. Something to test out. Don't really have too many more characters I know of trying. If you guys have any suggestions, just leave them in the comment below. I was thinking of trying Aether or 2, but meh, we'll see. I don't know if I want to level up another character like that I'm only going to use once, maybe twice, just to show you guys. But if you guys ask for it, I'll do it for you guys. So anyways, that's the video. If you guys have any comments, please leave them below. Good, bad, indifferent. Always will be helpful. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later.